Alright, YouTube, you may notice that there is Undertale music playing. Now, quick take note of the sans wire. This is what I'm listening to for the next 20 minutes. But I had inspiration. Now, I don't know if this already exists, and I didn't bother to look because I just want to write. But I do know the name has already been taken. But for now, I'm calling it Babytale. Now, for anyone familiar with Undertale and the AUs, well, I think Babytale is already kind of showing what this is going to end up being, right? It's too loud now. Let's just... There we go. I'm sure this is telling everyone what this is probably going to be. But, for those who don't know, Undertale AU, or Alternative Universe for short, simply represents a different version of the story. I am basic right now, what I'm doing is basically remixing the story of Undertale. Now, don't click out the video yet. I know, that sounds bad, but what I've done is decided, what if Frisk was actually a baby? How would that journey go through the end of that? And I had like 5 minutes of inspiration, really. And so I thought, I'll write this story. I'll write this story because I want to. It just sounds too great. Let's get right into this. Now, starting off, we should start with a little run, okay? We'll go Babytale, and then, let's see, how do I add, you know what, we'll just do a second. Now, unlike the previous Undertale that I wrote, this one hopefully won't be as much of a disaster. What does it sound? Alright. I'll just leave it right there. That's left. Okay. Now we get into writing this. Now, the only inspiration I had so far was for later parts of it, First with Tutorial, how they leave the underground. Now in this, Frisk's age is, what was it? It's right here. Baby. I don't want to go 3 because that's top age. Or do I? No, I do want to go top age. Maybe top age. Right. So what should I write this? That's another trick. Which step should I write this? Just ignore the text now. Just clear up the mic. It might be or the house to the top. Oh, never mind, that's the paint. Is that the paint thing? Can't tell. Which perspective should I write? I want to write it from the perspective. young to actually know what's happening here. But I guess I read it from fourth person. I read it from the perspective of the fourth wall. I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's not third person. Yeah, I don't know. The young traveling. Too young. Oh, no, you're right. I'm gonna pause this, find some good. This seems perfect, doesn't it? Sans on his guitar, his little Sans snow copy behind him. I don't really like lo-fi all that much, but I gotta hand it to Nick Nitro. He does some good work. Does some good work indeed. Exactly what happened. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm completely ignoring punctuation and grammar, and, well, sorry, I've just been really dehydrated recently. Excuse the little breaks in talking and stuff. And for now, I just want to get the idea down. I can always go back through, edit it, make it look nice, but for now, I just want to get the idea down, okay? So please don't yell in the comments or anything. Why aren't you using punctuation? I'm just getting the idea down. I want to have it be how I want it first. I don't want to have to worry about punctuation too much and take away from the story. That's exactly what happened. Now, any punctuation, I say that, and then I put in a comma. Any punctuation I do will just be whatever feels right at the moment. If it does, I will always fix it later on, but for now, whatever just feels right, I will type it. Young Frisk was their family. As wholesome as this sounds, the family now normally it's just but in this AU, Frisk made it to the pit, to the hole. Frisk made it to the hole. That is something that always bugs me. Why did they never just leave? Like, the barrier made sense, but there's a hole leaving the underground. And Toriel knows this. You see in the game, Toriel going to the flower bed. And if you decide to, instead of leaving the underground, go back, you'll see her at the flower bed. Toriel knows there's an exit from the underground there. You've seen their city. You know they can't. You know it's not a matter of, oh, they can barely build. No, they could build a structure to get out of there. They could build their Tower of Babel and leave to the heaven above. Man, that felt like a good analogy, but I don't know if it was or not. And yet, they kill the children. They kill the children. Now, I don't care how high up that hole, I don't care how deep the hole is. It's a hole nonetheless, and it's something you could build to escape. If they truly wanted to get out of the underground, all they would have to do was just build out, leave the underground. But why? Why would they not? You can see the ruins there. That indicates there's some sort of city or something. No, there was a city by that hole. There was a city. You can see their tall buildings. You can see the castle. But, so then why? I can understand not... Is it really fear? I have to put the writing on hold to consider this for a minute. Was it really fear that kept them in the underground? Fear of what would happen if they just decided to leave? Or was there an actual magical force keeping them in? Because I could understand if the barrier completely... No, because the barrier stops humans too. You have to have a human and a monster soul to leave. This is told in the story, so it's not a matter of, oh, it's an invisible barrier that humans can manage to get through, but monsters can't. No, the barrier is what you see. I can understand staying in the underground for those first few hundred years or so, scared to leave, but after 1,000 years, well, we don't know how long it's been actually, but you see humans with swords, and I just looked it up, and the last time swords were used in like a major war was like during a Japanese war. And in the story, you see like what looks like medieval type of swords, which means that, yeah, it's possible over 200 years passed. You would think after 100 years they would send someone out to see if it would be safe to escape or something. They stayed in the underground. And the craziest thing too is that had screens. Surely they could have known about guns. I don't get it. I just don't get it. There's so many confusing parts about that, but you know what? That isn't why we're here right now. The reason we're here is to write Babytale. Now, the name is pending, but for now, this is what we're gonna write. I will consider it later on, but man, that's a lot to take in. The hole that led right into the underground. Now, Frisk didn't just fall right in. They did end up getting tangled. Such. Falling nearly all the way. And as luck would have it, Torio was nearby. I need to stop and think for a second. I didn't think anything ahead at all. I just decided to start writing. That's what I decided to do. We're already at the start, and it's longer. Wow. What next? This feels like a narration, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. If I wanted narration, I could have done anything else, really. We have how the child fell, and the child's fall is the narration, which is why this will work. You know what? I'm not the best at writing. I realize that. So I'm just gonna dive head first and hope for the best. Because I can't do much else. Can't do much else at all. So on this. I tried to write something amazing. I don't need that. You know, in a way, depression feels like a heavy writer's block, you know? I recently slept like a full 8 hours, and yet right now, I feel like I could pass out. And at the same time, the ideas swimming in my mind just kind of block up for absolutely no reason. And it sucks. It just sucks. I'll write for an hour, take a break. I'll make an hour-long writing session, then take a break. And you'll get this today. And then next week, you'll get the second and maybe even third part. Heck, who knows? Maybe you'll get 5 more parts next week. But until then, well, you'll just have to deal with whatever gets written. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, shut up already. Just keep writing. I want to see what happens next. As do I. No, I don't want to skip anything. The ruins is a bit of a crucial part. been too long since I have played or seen Undertale. And yet I can still remember everything about it. At least I think I can. Yet it just feels off to write this. It just feels off. I mean, on the one hand, there's that feeling of taking something that's not truly mine and riding with it, which feels off in the first place. But there's something else. Something else indeed. Just can't put my finger on what it is. Just can't. Even now, I've gotten stuck again in what I should write, where I should go next from this. You know what? I need to take some inspiration. I'm gonna pause the video, and we'll be right back. As it stands, I don't know how pausing affects the recording. Right now, I'm just pausing the recording. I don't know how that looks on your guys' end, but it looks weird on my end. Anyways, I got summoned. I also fell down the YouTube rabbit hole again. So, two great things. Ended up watching an entire Markiplier Let's Play series. And I already forgot which game I just watched. Attention span. Anyways. The only thing I think nope. spider bait. So. Now, the story isn't going to be this fast-paced the entire way through, of course. It's not just going to be one monster because you have to keep in mind this is honestly, because the problem I'm facing now is, how do I want to progress the story smoothly? Sure, I could just say, oh, Frisk leaves the ruins and then Sans teleports them down. It's not realistic or enjoyable. Okay, so it may or may not be about, say, 7 hours into the future. I fell deep into the YouTube rabbit hole. Holy crap. I fell deep into the YouTube rabbit hole and just watched video after video. Oh, and I also did some other work, but you know, that's besides the point. Let's see. Right, I remember what I was stuck on. I was stuck on what I was gonna really do, per se. Because with Frisk, I don't know. Let's just write. Let's just write, and we can always redo it if we need to. You know? It's not the end of the world if I write this wrong, I guess. You know, another problem this might be is the fact that I've never actually played Undertale. See, back in 2015, I watched, it was either Markiplier or Jacksepticeye play it. I think it was Jacksepticeye, because I can't remember the whole Patrick voice thing. I'm pretty sure he did that. But I watched Jacksepticeye play the game, Pacifist and Genocide, and then I got so sucked into it because I just loved it so much that I consumed media after media of Undertale. But despite the fact that I actually own the game as of right now, I've never actually played it. I could have played it, like, back in 2008. Did I say 2008? I meant 2018. Napstablook is a guy, right? Was it ever explicitly mentioned? Because I know Metaton is a ghost, and Metaton's supposedly a guy. Napstablook has the blue house, whereas Metaton has the pink house, so I'm assuming they're both brothers? I gotta look this up. Is Napstablook a boy? Okay, yeah, no, it is male. It is male. Okay, so they are brothers, with Metaton being the more feminine one, I guess. The fan gamer version of the art book. I'm not sure if that's a fan made thing or something. Okay, so Napstablook is a guy. Someone. Crap, I just got sucked into the Reddit rabbit hole. Oh boy. Someone was complaining on Reddit about. Oh, I see. In the art book, he's referred to as male, but in the Fangamer art book, he's changed to gender neutral pronouns. However, in the Japanese translation, I'm assuming of the game, Napstablook uses kimi to refer to a person, which is usually used by male. Wait, was that used by him? I don't know. Huh. Yeah. Alright, well, I will just refer to him as a guy then. I don't know why I'm obsessing over this so much. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just a character. It's probably going to infuriate a lot of people. Well, more so it's the principle behind it. I mean, no character in Undertale is specifically labeled as non-binary. Even Frisk is just made gender ambiguous, I guess would be the term, just to make them more relatable, really. So in a sense, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you are enjoying the story, and enjoying them as a character, I guess. Wait. I'm assuming that, Well, I don't know. I feel like Torio would know Napstablook. Maybe. I mean, Toriel's been in the ruins from what seems to be the very start, if I remember the story correctly. Asgore. I've listened and read too many AUs that I'm starting to mix things up. From what I believe is the story is that Toriel moved to the ruins after Asgore decided to call humans his enemy in her grief, meaning that Toriel has been there since the beginning. But we do not know when Napstablook went there, so that possibly means that, yeah, I guess it works. I guess it works. It works for me. That's all that matters. Are we really only going to get a page in an hour? Sheesh. And now I'm questioning if I could eat one of these spider items. I mean, maybe. I mean, honestly, it kind of depends. I mean, in the real world, there's nothing to suggest that spiders are friendly. Nothing to suggest it at all. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, I have tamed my spider, whatever. But I'm meaning, like, in Undertale, the spiders are sentient. Every single spider is completely sentient. They essentially have human intelligence. So, like, a spider is like, the spiders are able to mourn over the death of their loved ones. However, the spiders have a unique mindset where they believe that so long as they are being used for a good purpose, they're completely happy to die. So the spiders are actually completely happy being baked into spider donuts. Now, which means that I would be willing to try the spider donut so long as I wasn't wasting it. Now, honestly, the reason for that is a selfish mindset, as I probably wouldn't. No, I'm more attached to these characters than I am to my own family. Holy crap. But honestly, I just wouldn't want to waste the spider donut because I'm more attached to these characters than I am my own family, funny enough. But if I wasn't attached to them in any way, um then the mindset would be, well, because then I don't want an enemy. I mean, if I try the donut and then suddenly I can't stomach it and I throw up, I'm basically throwing up on the spiders themselves because I'm basically saying they're so awful I can't even stomach them. And so that I'm making a pretty big enemy. So I'd probably have a buddy with me who actually enjoys the spider donuts, and be like, well, I'll try, and if I don't enjoy, well, you can have the rest, I guess. Because I don't know. Man, it's such a foreign mindset, the fact that you would want. I mean, it's not something I want. At least not right now. I don't know about the future. I don't know what the future will hold, but the idea that you are completely fine killing yourself for the sake of baking your body into a donut, and you're completely happy with this, and your friends are happy with this because it means you're feeding someone. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wait, but then how is Muffet? Not who is, how is? Because everything about Muffet is a bit of a conundrum. Well, no, there's the whole monster war. I'm sure there was like a spider family lineage or something. Honestly, you're never told how the monsters reproduce. I just love going based off of an AU I read where basically, now this is child friendly, where basically they love each other so much that their souls um their souls magic create a child, which I honestly just found to be an impressive way to explain interspecies mingling, where fish monster and skeleton monster want to have a kid. It's soul magic. So it's entirely possible that Muffet came about from one of those soul magic interchange exchanges. Yeah, I could eat a spider donut. The only question is if I'll like it. Now, honestly, that depends on if Muffet is a good baker or the spiders are good bakers. I mean, sure, you can say chocolate covered donut, and then suddenly I try it and it's the most disgusting thing in the world because you do not know how to cook, or you say, I don't know, licorice donut, and that sounds disgusting, but it ends up being the best tasting thing in the world because you're a great baker. You know exactly what you're doing. You know how to perfectly pull out those flavors. So honestly, it just depends on how good of a baker they are. And I would not be surprised if Muffet is a fantastic baker. Then there's Spider Cider. Um, I don't know what they would do with that. Juice the spiders. They juice the spiders. It's such a funny concept to be juicing the spiders. Oh, oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is hilarious. Whew. What else is there? I'm sure there are other spider baked goods. I'm sure there are. Now, if I said spider donut to someone else, I'm sure the first thing that would go through their mind is like some donut that looks like a spider. And the multiple interpretations I can think of is like a donut that has like chocolate chips and frosting on it in like the shape of a spider, or maybe a Halloween style donut. But you don't think a donut made with spiders. You don't think that unless you're crazy. Or you know Undertale. And you love Undertale. It's just such a crazy concept. Spider donut. Absolutely baffling. Holy crap, I've started lacking on the writing. Wow. Mostly I just love talking. And whether that's talking while trying to write a story or talking with someone, I just love it. I think it's so fun. And these conversations come about, and I can have them with myself because I'm lonely. And I get used to that. But regardless, yeah. And I love the detail here. Like, it honestly just looks like they well, that's not right. That needs to be swapped. The passageway goes to the right. I mean, I can understand it, it makes a nice corner there. And rather than having to lengthen out the screen anymore. But even still. Oh wow, wow, I guess that's right. You do go full 360 there. Huh. That's crazy. Alright, there's a ghost in my room. Congrats, I have angered the spirit with my horrible ideas. Oh well. You know what? I will finish up. Weird. I will finish up the page. I'll finish up the page and call it a video. I say surprisingly here because more likely than not, the spider donut is crunchy. It has a crunch to it because of the spiders in it. Sure, you could blend the spiders into a paste and put them into a donut, but there's no real flavor there. You're not really doing anything special. You're just blending up something and then into a tasteless paste and putting it into a donut. There's no reason for that. So if the mindset of the spiders is creating something meaningful, even if it means they have to kill themselves, well, making a tasteless donut with their paste wouldn't be something they want. It just wouldn't make sense. So I'm assuming like the donut would be like maybe a bit crunchy or something, whereas and with the spiders helping to accentuate the taste as they're baked into it. Wait, are they baked alive? Are the spiders baked alive? I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Crazy. Huh. You know, I think the biggest problem for me right now is just the fact that I feel like what I'm writing just isn't good enough. And I hate that. I hate this feeling. Because I feel like what I'm writing right now is absolute garbage nobody would want to read. That's how I feel right now. And honestly, the feeling sucks. The feeling sucks a lot. Where am I gonna post this? Crap, let me think about that. I'll make a Patreon. This will be free on my Patreon. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make the early access to this cost like $1 on my Patreon. However, once I finish writing this, I will do a reading of it on my YouTube channel, which will be free access for everyone. But in the meantime, if you want early access to this, you can either read it as I write it, or you can pay $1 on my Patreon to support me and basically read at your own pace, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video for now. You know, you might not feel the need to do it. You might not feel a need at all, but if you want to, you can support me on my Patreon, which I will link in the comments. And adios. Fuck off.